Good Counter. I'm your host, Roddy Too Good. Back at it again. All right, man. This is, we just passed War Games. That's probably like the 1 year anniversary of CM Punk returning to the WWE. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. So I wanted to do this video. You know, the state of AEW after CM Punk left. Now, what I would say is this: I'm gonna start off with the bad. I'm gonna start off with the bad, and then I'm gonna go into some good. I'm gonna start off with the bad, but the bad news is with the AEW. AEW possibly took their biggest hit when CM Punk left. Uh, CM Punk was their biggest draw. CM Punk was one of their biggest stars. CM Punk made this company and lots of money. Not only that, we have Collision off the back of CM Punk. This is facts. Let's clap it up. When you talk about AEW, you talk about CM Punk. His story will, even though it ended terribly, his story will be very important to the company of AEW. That being said, let's start off with the bad. So when he left AEW, it took a hit, ratings wise. You could say with the fans, you could say with just the whole public as well. Because if you are a real avid watcher of AEW, like, to tell you the truth, like, it wasn't just like this night and day thing. To be real and to be honest with you, like, CM Punk, even in WWE, he's the most popular person right now. Like, nobody, like, other than like Roman Reigns. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, yo, I genuinely believe that's it. I think it's Roman Reigns and then it's CM Punk in WWE. We could debate about that, but I clearly think he's right under Roman Reigns. But he's the most popular guy, and I think when he left, he took his army of fans with him. He took just like the aura, like just the just his fan base, like everything. He took that with him when he left AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just facts. And not only that, he got a lot of people over here. He feuded with MJF. The whole, he did it with Darby Allin. He got a lot of people over in AEW, man. He did his thing. But and him leaving definitely put like, they just had to go from scratch. You know what I'm saying? They had to go from scratch. They had to go focus on other people. You know what I'm saying? But him as a star, as the top guy. See, every company has this. You know what I'm saying? And once you lose that, it's a good and a bad thing about having a top star. And I'm gonna get into it. And that's why I say, like, it was a blessing and a curse for both of them. Like, or well, for AEW, because I think it just was a blessing for CM Punk. Him leaving, him going to WWE, him being one of the top guys, him being like him. You hear him now. He sounds like Cody Rhodes. He want to finish his story. He wants a main event spot at WrestleMania, and I genuinely believe that he's gonna get it because it's CM Punk. But for AEW, it definitely is some bad. Like, yo, ratings aren't the same. You know, people are bashing them. People are just like attacking them. You know what I'm saying? He's attacking them. He's a constant attacker of AEW. And I don't know if it's rightfully so, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, he's a star. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Stars, they control the pulse of the fans. And when, like, genuinely speaking, if I broke it down to you, you would say, I know a lot of people say, yo, AEW is this, they bad in this, but fam, they tried their hardest. Like, he had multiple beefs, he had multiple fights. They was like, fam, listen, we're gonna just give you your own show and it's gonna be yours. And you could just stay over there. You can rock with who you want to rock with. We're gonna separate you from people, and then that's it. And that still didn't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it just, man. But the one thing I say this, the blessing side, let's get into the good. The blessing side of the AEW is the fact that they had to start from scratch. And I know a lot of people give them slack for like storylines and stuff like that, but the month that CM Punk left, they got the beginning of one of their best storylines, and that's Hangman versus Swerve. So, and here's the good thing, the blessing in disguise with this is that it forces you to look within your company and pick talent and choose them to be the face of your company, because it's one thing to get a star from somewhere else and have him be the face, like a CM Punk. But it's another thing when you actually build stars and you make stars and you understand that this person will be stamped as something I made. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not they, like, you know, they came from other places, but they became a star here. Like, you know what I'm saying? CM Punk was a star, I think, like early 2000s. So it's like his story don't start at AEW. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that, like I said, the month that CM Punk was fired, we got the beginning stories of Swerve versus Hangman. Later on that year, we got Will Ospreay coming into the fold. You got Orange Cassidy, MJF. You got Takeshita. You got all these names. You got Daniel Garcia. You got all these names to where now I could put my focus on these guys, because these are the guys who, these are my babies. You know what I'm saying? These are my babies. Like this, and I see that a lot of the two other companies made this mistake before. And I'm glad, like, that's why I say it's a blessing in disguise, because like WCW, what did they do? They chose names over the homegrown talent, which ruined their company. TNA was on fire. TNA had tons of talent. But what happened? Y'all got some guy in there named Eric Bischoff. He came in there and he brought all the old people nostalgia over homegrown talent. And that's what killed these companies, because like I was watching a documentary and they were saying like WCW, it was like the older guys versus the newer guys, but it was like the newer guys felt that it was like a glass ceiling to where they could only get so further up because of the older guys really just stunting their growth. Like you see this in a lot of sports. Like you'll see like I perfect example. Let's even go with Chicago, where CM Punk from. Derrick Rose, his first couple years or first year, they had a player name. They had a player there, veteran guy, Ben Gordon, nice player, veteran, but the team knew, let's give our younger guy the team and let's get rid of this older guy, because the longer this older guy's here is going to stunt his growth. He can't become the star we need him being behind this guy. And that's just how it is. And that's what it is in wrestling. Like, yo, eventually you got to pass the torch. And I don't think the torch was ever going to get passed if CM Punk still was in AEW. One, because he was beefing with all the younger guys. Two, because it's CM Punk. Like, yo, fam. He got like over 16 years under his belt. Like, most of that, him being the man. So, it's no like, you can't challenge that for real. Like, not only that, he has a rabid fan base. So it was no thing. Like, the best thing that happened to AEW for real was him leaving or getting fired, because now you can really grow your talent. Now your identity isn't CM Punk. Now you have an identity. Like, whether it's good or bad, you still have an identity. You still have your core. And now only thing you have to do now is grow your core. Now you have to go in there, just like Paul Heyman said it best. He said, yo, they're profitable. He said, the guy asked him, like, yo, do you like the product? He said, it's not for me to like. He said, whether I come in here and I say I love them, they're doing great, It shouldn't matter when I come. If I come in here and say they're terrible, they this that it shouldn't matter. He said, "Yo, they have a fan base. They have a core. They have to just understand that growing that core, and that's what it is. Like we already know, AEW has an identity now today. The best wrestle. They understand. Like you talk to wrestling fans, you say we go to WWE for the storylines, and you go to AEW for the actual wrestling, the in-ring performance. So, with that being said, it is it's definitely been a rough year for AEW. You know what I'm saying? It'll be rough anyway for like when you get rid of your top star. But in saying that, it's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. You definitely have some promise. You have the deal now, so you have that. You have some guys that you got faith in. Darby Allin, MJF, Hangman, Swerve, Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher. Like you have a couple of guys, and some girls too. Tony Storm, Mariah May, Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker. Like you have Willow Nightingale. So you have like these guys, and they're young too. So you have years with these people to really develop and turn your business around. This year, I knew this year was going to be rough anyway because this was the first year without CM Punk, without your main attraction. So that's granted. But now you have now going into 2025 with a new TV deal, some money in your pocket, you will finally be profitable business. Now it's time for you to go out there and do some real good. I'm just saying, let's not go back and try to get these big names to be the face of your company. If you do, like I think they're doing great now. They're using these established names and pairing them with younger guys. You're using like John Moxley, who he fight, Orange Cassidy, who he's they Darby Allin's probably gonna be next match for him, or Jay White or Hangman. So you see what I'm saying? Using established names, even Bobby Lashley, MVP Shelton Benjamin. You're using those established names to pair with younger guys and just bringing them all up. You know what I'm saying? One tide, the rising tide raises all ships. So these people, yes, they established names. Yes, they came from WWE, but these people are not the backbone of your company. So I think they're doing a great job with that. I think they just gotta keep on going forward. I think one of their biggest problems is advertisement. I think the storylines will eventually get better. I think it's a couple storylines that they do have to finish probably, and then just like the MJF and Adam Cole, they just at this point they're just trying to finish the story and just move on from that possibly. But other than that, the storylines aren't too bad, bro. The John Moxley thing is picking up. Why? Because you're adding top names to it now. You're adding the Jay White. You're adding the Hangman. Eventually, I think you'll get even bigger names than that because I think that'll just enhance the story. But other than that, it's some good, it's some bad. The state of AEW right now is just, I mean, it's right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see some great things that can possibly happen with the company. It's just they have to execute. You know what I'm saying? They have to execute. I think they have their identity. The pay-per-views are a smash. But yeah, man. Just keep on going forward, man. The CM Punk, and it was just for both of them, it was just one of them situations where the relationship was toxic and y'all just got to break up and now y'all could go be happy elsewhere. Because CM Punk, I think he's flourishing. You know what I'm saying? He's a top guy at the top business. He's a guy, and not only that, he's going to be the main event at WrestleMania most likely. So both of these guys, I think right now, you could say that CM Punk is winning right now. But, I mean, CM Punk, he's older man. You know what I'm saying? You can't really rely on him to be there every single day. You know, so he's almost 50 years old. Like not a Rock 50, not a Bobby Lashley 50. He's almost a real 50 years old because all the injuries and stuff is piling up. So I think this year was very, very important for him, for his success in his career, because I don't think he has that many years left in wrestling like this constantly. So he probably will be most likely like a part timer next year. So in saying that, comment down below, man. Tell me y'all what's the state of AEW after CM Punk left. Comment down below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We still on the road to 100. Peace. I'm out.